What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back to Central North Carolina. I'm filming this in 4K 60 frames per second, the highest setting on my iPhone 12 Pro. Let me know if you guys notice a difference. It's a little smoother as I film it, so let me know. It's going to be a huge video file, so this will be as short a video as I can make it. But thank you for clicking on it. We're going to jump right into it today. As you guys are watching this Friday, I am actually down in the area of Wilson, North Carolina with my dad, a couple friends of our church playing in a golf tournament. So I'm making this on Wednesday when the video came out today about reviewing our protein. Go check that video out if you haven't seen it. But we want to do an update today to the Etho 4SE. Just a quick review. Mr. Kevin purchased it. We applied it on a section of my lawn and a section of his lawn. I had a comment from, I believe, the Lawn Warrior down in the comment section saying, hey man, what about a review of the Etho? Is your POA still kicking? What's it looking like? So we're going to turn the camera around. We're going to go give you a quick update of what that looks like. And yeah, thank you for clicking on it. Let's go do the deed. So we still have POA annua in my lawn, and as we come right here, this is a section that did not get hit with Etho 4SC. You can see the POA looks pretty good, it's green, but we have had really dry conditions here where I live. It's May 4th, and we're at 80, it's probably around 88 to 86 degrees. We're getting dry spots in the lawn. I just watered today. The bank is stressing out every other day. So let's go up here. Let's take a look at that. I want to take a look at where I hit Etho 4SC. I started about this crack all the way up the side. I also sprayed a little bit in the bank, and then we sprayed some on the top of the bank near the edge of the road. So if you look right here, can I tell a major difference from spraying that compared to that other POA I just showed you? The answer would be not really. Now this is in the shade at this time of day as you're seeing it, but and you can just kind of see it continues up there. Is it as thick as it was? I may give you that. It's not as thick as it was, but to say that the Etho 4SC knocked it out, absolutely not. It may have died off a little bit, but again, remember, we're getting here in North Carolina, the 1st of May. We've been in the 80s for at least the past week and a half, if not 2 weeks. You can even see the color of just how the color on the video, you can tell the ground is needing water. We're not getting a lot of rainfall. Even at the very end down here at the pole, if you can see that darkness, that's from lack of water. So on the bank, am I seeing a difference? No. The real test area I was testing is right here. It browned it up. Some of it looks a little crispy, but again, some of this is by the road, by concrete, and in the heat. So with that said, not really seeing a difference in my lawn. Let's go check out Mr. Kevin's. So squeezing on by Mr. Ford Ranger here. Let's look at this test plot. Now for those that were not here for the original video, first off, Mr. Kevin don't mind if I walk over here and film. So this area, we went up not quite to his shed. We was shy of his shed, went over about to where this concrete is. You can see he's got some crispy looking blades. When we talk about stressed out areas and lack of water, you can see he's got some fescue here that's thirsty as well. It's a lot of money on city water. So this general area where my hand is what we sprayed Etho 4SC. Are we noticing a big difference? Well, it's browning up, but again, this area, you know, there's nothing. Mr. Kevin's got nothing around here but just straight sunlight for the first half of the day until his house, you know, you can see the sun's around the house now, but this is in the sunlight a lot. So the question is, how much is this sunlight, the heat of the ground temperatures, and, you know, drying up, crisping up the POA? Because, you know, obviously you can see out in the middle of his yard, there's some POA out there drying up, and it doesn't look much different than right here. What this section does look like to me is like some of it is browning up like mine on the edge, but it's still there. You can still see their seed heads. It does look a little brown, like maybe it did a little bit, but and you can just kind of see that all over the place. Let's compare that to maybe something over here I didn't spray. Is there some, like right here, I don't know if we hit this exactly or not. I don't think we did. I know we didn't come over here to the gutter area. And I don't see much POA over here at all. Maybe a little bit right here. Nah, don't look like it. So the POA that I do see in this general area is brown, but it's not gone. There's seed heads still on it. you know, we're still seeing that. We're still seeing seed heads. It's brown, but it's still there. It's not completely dried up and dead. I'm not gonna, let's see, we can walk out here a little more. I don't think we went this far north. And this looks like just some of the grass that's needing some water. You got a little bit of mixed in weeds. Here's some more POA that we didn't spray. It's a little brown, it's a little green. It's very hard to say. So again, kind of the same thing. How much is the heat taking place versus the Etho 4SC? Was it worth it to buy that product and spray it in the spring when it's not labeled in the spring? I don't think so. Did it make a big difference? I have to say, honestly, I don't think so. It's still there. There's still seed heads. It's still, you know, it's brown, but, you know, how much of that is the sun? This is the time of year in North Carolina where the POA is going to dry up, crisp up, and go away anyways. So it's the same thing with one of my first videos, tenacity. When did I shoot that video? I think it was the end of April into May. How much was that tenacity knocking out the POA versus just the heat and the sun in combination with the tenacity? So again, the Etho 4SC, for those that didn't watch that video, is rated for the fall for tall fescue. You got to read the label for the type of grass that you have in your lawn or what you're trying to apply it to. For tall fescue, like what me and Mr. Kevin have, it talks about using it as a pre and post emergent in the fall time. So we did a test just in the spring to see. We know it's not labeled for it. We know it's probably not going to work, because if it did, why not put that on the label? But it looks like it did help maybe a smidge to brown it up, but ultimately the POA looks just like everywhere else. So there you go. There's probably the last update of the POA and the 4SC. It's not something that, if you're looking at killing your POA in the spring, I would not recommend Etho 4SC. If anything, we know that tenacity is rated to suppress it. If you're really adamant of trying to get rid of POA, like if your whole lawn is infested with POA, I think I would swing to tell you more about using maybe several apps of tenacity instead of Etho 4SC. We're going to be testing this in the fall, so be sure, stay subscribed to the channel. We'll test this in fall after we seed and during seed, and we'll see what happens then. So it's a little bit shorter of a video today, again, because we're filming in a higher quality. And the real story here in North Carolina, this May, 7th, when you guys are watching this, 6th, is the heat. Watering, I've watered more times in the last couple of days than I can remember, because we just keep getting dry spots. That's the main thing. As I mentioned on the protein, I'm really nervous about putting protein down. It's like, it's not something I really want to do, and I may hold off for a while, because if we continue, this is the same thing that happened last May. We continue to lack water. We're not getting these thunderstorms are popping up and missing us every single day. And so until we get a really good day-long rain, the story is the heat and trying to keep this lawn watered. I want it to survive rather than look good. I don't care really now, from this point until August, I don't really care so much about how dark green my grass is. We've entered that stage in North Carolina where it's about heat and it's about surviving the summer. So we'll be doing the protein with that potassium. We may do some green fight and spoon feeding it. I know some of you commented you're doing that. We want to survive. We're in survival mode. So thank you guys for clicking on today. I know it's quicker than normal. Tell me how you like this quality. Maybe I'll try to do my shorter videos in a higher quality like this. I think it's pretty different and smooth as I film it. But it's a beautiful day. I love the heat, but man, the grass really don't like it. So Hydrotane, I need you to work for me. Potassium, I need you to work. Let me know how your lawns are doing. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Thank you to all the new subscribers that are subscribing. We're trying to survive the lawn. Stay tuned. Let's see if we can do it. God bless you. We'll see you Monday with another video.